I'm Lee, and this week I've hit a milestone. This channel has got 500 subscribers, which is crazy to think about. Imagine having 500 people gathered around your anvil watching what you're doing. I think that's pretty great. And a very good friend of mine named Curt had this made for me. A nice sign to put up behind here. So I'm going to mount this right back here on this wall, so I got to get rid of all this stuff before I can get to the video today, and then we'll get into the project. The sign looks fantastic up here, and this is where it's going to stay. It looks perfect. It's got a pair of tongs, an anvil down here. It looks like a Peter Wright, like the one I have. It has a cross-peen hammer. It's just a phenomenal sign. My touch mark's in the middle. But today, the video that I want to do is I want to make a compass, because if you've seen the last video, that was pure craziness of me wandering around with cut-off wheels and whatever I have to make a circle. So I'm going to make a beam compass today. So for this project, I have some leaf spring just off a pickup truck, and then I have this piece of flat bar, which I think is 1 inch by 1/8 inch, it looks like, or 3/16. And this is what I'm going to start with right here. And first, I need to forge a circle out here just so I can hang this up on something. And knock the cat ears back. I'll drive this bar through there if I can't manage to burn my hammer. I want to offset this, just a fuzz. It's going to look right. So I have what I need forged out on this part anyways. I just need a loop here to hang it up on the wall. I can file a little bit back here, file the inside, because I couldn't really get back into this corner real well because I didn't open it up all the way. Now this is the main beam of the compass. So I need 2 holes, one on either end, and then I need to take a cutoff wheel and cut out a section of this so that there can be a slide that runs up and down through here. I have my piece of coil spring. I'm going to start by thinning it down a little bit. It's pretty heavy. A little bit of a point started. I want to do an offset, and I'm just going to guess where I want to start. This is going to be my sliding bit. And first, I just want to offset this a little bit. So I have, this will be my front bit. Well, this one's actually cold. But that will be out in front, and that will be what actually scribes the line. Now this is going to be in the back. This will end up being the back bit that keeps everything lined up, and it will also have a slide in it. So this thing's really thick right now, so I'm going to grind it down to where it fits everything. And then this, I'll probably just grind this tip out so I have something to go into the steel. I could forge it, but it's getting pretty tight, and I'm going to start warping the steel, and I really want a nice form-fitting divot through this steel. And if you see that, just drop, that is sweat. It's the middle of the day, and it is really hot out. So I'm going to go mow the yard, and then I'm going to come back once this is cooled off and start grinding this. Here it is. Got it finished. Now if you see up here, I have two machine screws in this, and that's so I can take this front bit off and resharpen it if I need to. This back one I really don't think needs it because it's going to be stationary most of the time. Now I made this bolt so this will slide down the rail, come back, and so you can adjust however big you want your radius. And so let's just try this. Get it stuck right there in the center. There we go. Nice circle if you can see that. Now everything worked pretty good on this. Everything looks like I want it to. I have a little bit of a divot here. I don't care much about that. I got my touch mark in there. Now this was pretty tricky in here because my cutoff wheel wanted to wander a little bit, but I got it filed down straight. This, I was really wanting to I wanted this more forward. It didn't turn out that way. I think it still looks good. Gives me a place to hold up here, and then this gives me a spot to grab the front of it and turn it, and I think it worked good. This bolt was a challenge. If you've seen me upsetting that was quite a bit of work, and I went ahead and filed a little bit in there so I can get a grip on it, and I made this washer off camera. I figured you guys didn't really care about that, but just to give it a space and help hold this thing tight. But overall, I really enjoyed the project. It's a lot of fun. I think I'm going to get great use out of this, and I learned something new. I want to give another thanks to Curt for getting me this sign. This looks fantastic behind my anvil. I really appreciate it, and all the steel that he gives me. He gives me a lot of scrap steel that I use. And I want to thank everyone who subscribed to getting to 500. That's amazing. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you next Thursday.